Hello people of the internet, I coloured stuff, which is amazing considering I've got a torn rotor cuff and I can barely lift my right hand. It means that I haven't, if you didn't know that, I've mentioned it in some of my decluttering videos, but maybe not everyone knows that. It's why I haven't been colouring so much recently. I tore this hand, my right hand, the hand that I write with and that I colour with. I tore my rotor cuff, or damaged my rotor cuff, and I can't, my arm doesn't go, it doesn't work as it should. I'm having physiotherapy. It's getting slightly better. They reckon it's going to take about a year to totally fix. So I haven't been colouring as much because it hurts to do this, especially with pencils. And when we recently just went away on holiday, I took some colouring stuffs with me. Now I took some colouring stuffs with me when we went away in June as well. And I did do a couple of pages then as well. And then I packed everything away, didn't do any colouring for a while. And then when we went away in September, I did more colouring. I did some more colouring. But I only took alcohol markers with me because I know that I wasn't going to bother to take a load of pencils with me. And if I took a load of pencils with me, then I'd just get frustrated because I'd try and do the colouring. Then after about 15-20 minutes, my arm would start hurting and I'd get frustrated. So I just took alcohol markers with me and I got loads done. I couldn't believe it either. I just really enjoyed it. So I'm going to show you, right? I'm going to show you what I did in June. And then I'm going to show you everything that I did in 2 weeks in September. So I didn't think it was too bad. So let me just get the books. Okay, so these are the books. Hang on, the cardigan's fallen on the floor. There we go. It's love lady, pick up the cardigan. These are the books that I took away in June, and I took with me my Ohuhu alcohol markers, which I take in this travelling case. I don't take the full 344 with me. I take 120 with me in this case. I'll put a picture of it here. It's a really great case. I love it. And I also took my set of 72 Chromaflows at the time because I was trying to decide whether I liked the Chromaflows and whether I was going to buy the big set. Consequently, the lovely Beth, hello Beth if you're watching, sent me her 150. I just looked on my desk to see what it was. 150 set of the Chromaflows. So, what I did first of all with the Chromaflows was this tiny bit in this Joanna Basford book, which was this. So I did that flower and that was all I could do before my arm started aching. So that was the end of my pencil colouring. So I then did this one. This is in Adam Davis's Stained Glass Animals Colour by Number book. I have another one by him which I really like, and I bought this one as well. I think I probably showed it when I bought it, and I did this picture in it with the Deco Time twin markers. That's what I'd taken with me. I'd taken the twin markers with me, and I did like how it came out, nice and smooth. This is interesting, this Colour by Number book, because this is the only one, look, it has colour. I've said this before, it has colour, a colour key in it. It's colour printed book, which is amazing. And which means the numbers are colour printed as well, so you can see what colours the numbers are supposed to be, and it means that they blend in just a little bit more. So I did that one and I was quite happy with it. And then this one was one I also did this when I was away. So still got the sticky there, I don't know if you can see that. That was where when it turned up the Amazon envelope was stuck to the book. They're so not careful at Amazon, aren't they? I did this one, which was, we had been out collecting sea glass and I had it all on the table in a little bowl, and the colours of the sea glass was this, and I kept looking at it thinking, oh, such nice colours, that sort of like the pale green and everything. And then I literally just picked up this book and I picked up the pens and I did this mandala, which was the first time I'd done a mandala for ages, and I got so into it. I really enjoyed it. I think my arm was starting to hurt. There's a little bit of glitter gel pen in the middle there. Oh, can we see it? No, good there, maybe there. I so enjoyed it because all the colouring that I've done up until now, since I damaged my arm, I've not enjoyed very much because it hurts my arm. So I really enjoyed that. And yeah, that was the only one I did in that. So that in June I did two colourings, woohoo! Then I did nothing in July, hugely busy in July, nothing in August, massively busy in August, and then it's in September we went away for 3 weeks, And during that time, did lots of jigsaws, did lots of walking. I managed to complete, I was doing 100-mile challenge, and I completed the 100 miles within the first 2 weeks. So yay me. So lots of walking, lots of beach combing. It was beautiful weather. I came back the most tanned that I've been since we used to go abroad, because I haven't been abroad for a long time now. But yeah, I came back like really nice and tan, which was lovely. But I did lots of colouring. The second week, was it the third week? Anyway, after I was done my 100 miles and everything, I started doing some colouring. So I did these. Now, initially this was the only one of these new small format books I had. I've had this a long time. I know they've changed the cover now. I think they've changed the inside as well. This is Comfy and Cozy by Jade Summer. And I did, I think it's 3, maybe 2. I did this one, which was little, this was before I saw, no, was it before? There was one lady who was doing it on Instagram, the one who puts the hand cream on, not the Coco Wyo lady. She puts hand cream on and then she colours. I haven't seen her for a while because like hundreds of people are doing it now. But anyway, I did this one with the little animals floating in whatever they're floating in. And then I did this one, which is a little animal inside a flower, whatever she's in. And then I did this one, which was the little teddy bear crossing the road with the umbrella. And I was like, meh, it's quite fun. I don't mind it. You know, it's easy colouring, which is when I first started colouring. Well, okay, let's go back to when I really first started colouring as an adult. There was no adult colouring books. There was no Joanna Basford. There was none of this malarkey. There was children's colouring book, you know, the sugar paper colouring books that you get where you use crayons. And then there was what me and the people hidden in the colouring cupboard were colouring, which was illustrated books. So if you bought an illustrated book, there was a doll book that we all bought that had black and white colourings in them, you could colour them with pencil. So we had this little, it was like a Google Hangout thing, but before Google Hangout. And we all used to meet and we used to colour. And then Joanna Basford brought her first book out, and obviously there came adult colouring for the first time round. And it was like, adult colouring was pencils. That was it. And then I stopped adult colouring, and then I found it again, or, you know, re-entered the colouring community in about 2020, maybe 2020 I think. And I realised people was using alcohol markers, and there was new alcohol markers on the market, because the only alcohol markers that was available when I was colouring the first time round were, what are them expensive ones called? Copics, or the ones that I used to have, the pro markers, but they wasn't by Winsor & Newton then. I had some of those, but people used them for professional stuff, colouring in cards or colouring artwork. You never used them in colouring books. And when I came back to colouring, people had started colouring, and there was these new colouring books that was out there. I'm going to show you the first one that I bought. There's actually 2. There's this one, and there's another one with fairies in it, which I think I've given to my mum now. Yeah, I have. But this was the first one I bought, and I've got a 80 set of cheapy alcohol markers as well. And I was so excited for them to come, because I knew adults were now allowed to do this. Just big blobs of colouring. And this. And I was like, oh my word. Yeah, that one didn't come out so well. my colour matching and stuff was like, oh, this is amazing. Look, I can colour things with big fat felt pens and no one's going to judge me. Adults are allowed to do this now. And so what happened was I got really into these sort of basic books and alcohol markers and adult and colour by number books. I'm going to do a video after this one because I forgot to include my colour by number books in my collection and declutter video, so I'm going to do those after this. And I really got into those because it was colouring without thinking, without having to be a professional adult and blend with pencils. You could just like grab some big fat alcohol markers and that says colour red. And I was loving it, kind of thing. And I think that's what's happened again now, isn't it? These sort of books that have come out again, it's come round again. There's a whole new generation of people who are like, oh, you can use big fat alcohol markers and you can colour like a child. You know, the thing I don't like though is, like, you know, when you colour like that, right, I enjoy it, I don't have to think too much about it, I might do a tiny little bit of shading on it, but then it's when people take it to the next level, you know, and it's got like there's patterns and there's glitter and there's, you know, they really elevate the page to a piece of art, and I'm just like, ugh. It's like scrapbooking. I used to love scrapbooking, and then scrapbooking come competitive. What was the most that you could put on the page? What was the most, how artistic could you be? The reason why I do these colouring books, these basic children colouring books with big fat felt pens, is because I'm not artistic and I can't do shading, and I can't make them look like real creatures, because at the end of the day, teddy bears don't drive boats anyway, so they don't have to look real, because they're not. Oh, there was a rant, wasn't it? But yeah, I mean, they always look amazing when people go the extra mile and you know, indulge their creativity. But yeah, not for me. These books are for basic colouring. How did I get onto that one? Anyway, oh yeah, me saying that when I discovered these and their alcohol markers, it's like that sort of resurfaced round again with a different era of books. But this was the only one I had until my brother, as I've shown in my birthday haul, bought me these two. And I literally loved these. Look, I've done 6 in this one. I think these 6 was all done in about 3 days. So I did this one of the teddy bears. What, the cat, the fox and Robbie. I call this one Robbie, and I colour him like Robbie, at the seaside. And then this one, this was the last one I did actually, but there it is. It is the fox, the beaver and the raccoon at the fun fair. A lot of colours in this one. And then I did this one. Is this the next one? Yes, I actually did this one. This was the second one I did, which was the bear, the cat and the mouse at the swimming pool. Quite like how that came out. And then this one, obviously this I thought of a washing line, and these are sheets over it to make it look, to make it be a tent. So this I thought was the outside sky at night, so I made it light grey. And I quite like the way that I used more subtle colours there, more subdued nighttime colours, due to the fact that it would be more desaturated, apart from the fox, who's fluorescent any time of day. And there's the sleeping teddy bear, so I did that one. And then I did, is this the last one in here? Yeah, this one. I think I did this one either on my birthday or on Robbie's birthday. There's a little raccoon. I do like doing his face like that, look. Raccoon, the rabbit. And I didn't want to do any blending on my balloon because it came out so nice and even. Look at that. Not one streak. That I didn't want to put the... you know how you can do a bit of blending like this, you put some shadows on it. I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to mess it up. So I did 6 in that one. Oh, there's another one. 6 in that one. There was 6 because I put 6 things in there. This one is the one, as I call, Robbie and his mates watching TV. So there's Robbie, there's the teddy bear, there's the raccoon. They've got some Doritos and some pizza and they're watching telly. Now, I've seen other people do this one where they've done the glow coming out of the telly. So this is all done lighter, then this is all done in the shadow, and they look amazing. But I don't want to have to think when I'm colouring these. I just want to have a little bit of fun and things that I can do without having to go, oh, let me just check that the light is at the right angle and the shadow on his ear is reflective of the television. And it's a kids colouring book at the end of the day. And yeah, so I've done that one. And then I also did 3 in this one. So there I did this one, which was teddy bear in the bed, bit of shading on his duvet. Couldn't work out if that was a window or if that's supposed to be a cabinet. But anyway, that's how I did it. I think it looks alright. Then I did this one. I did this one when we was in the cabin in the woods. Not quite in the woods, but deep in the Surrey countryside. And I like how he came out. I did him as sort of in army khaki colours. A little bit of shading, but that's it. And then where's the last one I did? It may have been the first one. Oh no, this one, yeah. I did this one. I think this was the second one I did in this book. This is the monkeys in the tent. So I want to put some glitter gel pens on these, but then I might not, because at the end of the day, I just colour for the fun of colouring, not really to, I mean, no one's going to ever see these, are they? Look. So that was 3 in that book. I just went down to get a cup of tea because my husband had just come home and I'd been calling out hello and I didn't hear him. I think because my ears are blocked up because I'm just getting over a cold. But yes, this was the other book that I coloured in, which is another one of those colour by numbers by Papier Blue. I have 2 of these now. One is patterns and one is this one. And I did 2 pages in this as well. I did this one, which is, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen some of these already anyway. It's like a deer. Is that a deer with the antlers? Yeah. In a kind of mandala, which I really enjoyed doing actually. Really nice and therapeutic to do. And then I did this one as well, the flamingo. Really enjoyed this one as well. So yes, I did some colouring. Now if we count my little Wodgmer faces, well no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Look, I did 16. Obviously 3 of those were done in July, weren't they? June, weren't they? No, 2 of those were done in June. Yeah, 2 of those were done in June. So 14. I did 14 colourings in September. That's amazing for me. And I know they're only alcohol markers. I know they're only basic ones. But I do have an excuse because my arm don't work. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Just a short little video showing you what I coloured in September. Sorry about the rant. I just went downstairs and thought, what was I even ranting about? I wasn't really ranting, I was just saying about how the fact I enjoy the basicness of the alcohol markers, and if I could do arty stuff I'd probably be doing it. Anyway, take care everyone, thanks for watching, bye.